It was the week before Christmas in Snowfall Creek, the town blanketed in shimmering snow and festive cheer. Yet, inside Clara Jenkins' quilt shop, there was no sign of celebration, only the faint hum of a sewing machine as she worked tirelessly on a quilt she vowed to finish. What Clara didn't know was that this quilt, stitched with love and secrets, would unravel the lives of those she held most dear, including her granddaughter, Sarah. This is the story of the Christmas quilt, a tapestry of heartbreak, redemption, and the courage to love again. Clara Jenkins has always been the matriarch of her family, her wisdom stitched into every quilt she made, but her heart carried a heavy secret, a promise she made to her dying husband. The unfinished Christmas quilt was not just a project, it was a symbol of an unfulfilled dream, a connection to someone Clara had loved but could never have. Unknown to Clara, her granddaughter planned to return home back to Snowfall Creek with a heavy load and burden from life and love, hoping to find peace and a way to rebuild her life together again. Sarah arrived from the city, her world in pieces. She had walked away from her high powered career and a fiance who betrayed her. Snowfall Creek was supposed to be a refuge, but instead it felt like a cage suffocating with every breath as he tried to uphold an outstanding performance that all was well. Her grandmother was delighted with the sight of seeing her, and home felt a little happier for her now that Sarah had returned for Christmas. Needing some air from her inner voices of her turmoil of thoughts, she decided to head to town for a walk, hoping to get some clarity to an approach for a new discovery of happiness. Her pain was compounded when she ran into Jack, her childhood love, now a carpenter in the town. Their reunion was far from joyful. Jack was guarded, and Sarah soon discovered why. Jack was now engaged to someone else. For a small minute, as she looked into Jack's eyes, trying to pretend that her life was great, she felt a tinge of regret as she blissfully remembered the way things ended between them. With small gestures and smiles and hellos, she managed to hide her thoughts and made small talk to avoid it all. Congratulations, she said to Jack. I hope you are both happy. What an odd thing to say, said Jack. But thank you, we are. Sarah quickly apologized for the tone in her words and merely corrected, saying that she was all too happy for him. They finalized their greeting and quickly left each other. While helping Clara, her grandmother, organize her sewing supplies in her quilt shop, Sarah decides that she too can make a small project to take her mind away from her troubles. Do you have any scrap fabrics of Christmas of a vintage nature? I would like to make a table runner of scraps, she asked to Clara. Yes, of course, Clara replied. There are a few boxes of vintage scraps that I keep meaning to get to. It's to the back of the storeroom. While searching, Sarah found an old letter written by her grandfather. Not wanting to be intrusive, she hurriedly took the letter to her grandmother. With gazed eyes, she immediately recognizes the handwriting. It revealed that he was secretly making a Christmas quilt, but it wasn't a gift for the family. It was intended for another woman, a woman he had loved before Clara. The revelation shattered Sarah's idealized image of her grandparents' love story and left Clara grappling with the ghost of her past. Clara, although heartbroken, decided to finish the quilt. As she worked on the quilt, strange things began to happen. The fabric seemed to shimmer and pulse with energy. Clara's imagination was playing with her mind. She became restless and remembered the vivid images of the past appearing in her thoughts. Moments of love, pain, and choices that had shaped the lives of her and her late husband. Stricken with pain, she stopped the progress on the quilt as she couldn't bear the discomfort of knowing it's for another woman, and the fact she promised her late husband she would indeed complete it. One night, Jack showed up at Clara's shop, his engagement called off. As he stood at the door looking at Sarah, he walked in and confessed that he'd never stopped loving her. All of his feelings came flooding back at the sight of her, but their reunion was overshadowed by the weight of Sarah's betrayal and Jack's lingering fears of getting hurt again. On Christmas Eve, the quilt was almost finished, but Clara collapsed from the strain of her emotions. As she rested, she revealed the full truth to Sarah. Her husband had loved another woman before her, but chose Clara because of duty to his parents, not love or passion for me. Sarah, for years I have poured my love into my family, hoping to forget he loves and chooses another and be reminded of an unspoken longing. The quilt is my way of forgiving him and myself for settling to just being enough, she said. I am so sorry, Grandma. I never knew. No one did but his parents and us. Sarah, shaken by her grandmother's revelation, realized she had been pushing Jack away out of her fear of repeating her grandmother's mistakes. With Clara's blessing, she found Jack at the town's Christmas tree lighting. Standing beneath the sparkling lights, she confessed her love and asked for a second chance. Jack, tears in his eyes, pulled her into his arms. That Christmas, the quilt was finally complete. As Clara draped it over the chair, surrounded by Sarah, Jack, and their family, the room filled with a golden glow. She decided in that moment that the quilt should have a new meaning. She presented the quilt to her granddaughter. The quilt's magic wasn't just in its beauty, but in its ability to bring the truth to light and heal the deepest wounds. The past couldn't be undone, but love, imperfect and fragile, could still stitch the pieces back together. And with those thoughts, Clara knew meaning was the real miracle of Christmas. Clara knew in that moment this is the real magic and miracle of Christmas. To forgive even the ones who have hurt you in all of your years, but to love and to cherish what's in front of you. Thanks for watching. Happy quilting. Do like and subscribe for more. And of course, Merry Christmas to all. Love your family and let us all remember that Christmas is a time to be happy and remember the ones who are not with us and to love them even though they may have also not loved us to the full extent. Merry Christmas, everyone. Bye for now and happy quilting.